So after fixing my lower one at the weekend, it then decided to break the top one. So got a replacement. Let's just get into this one. Okay, it took a bit of fiddling. I've used 2 hands, but essentially you just wedge the screwdriver in that gap and give it a wiggle, push down, and it should just pop open. Got to take this panel off here with these 3 Phillips. I'll do that now. So with the 3 Phillipses out, you can kind of just pop this plate out. And then on the back, you see this is the latch, and then this is the little tab you push down from the other side with the screwdriver, and that releases it. You can see in there where the handle lever usually is and the lock barrel and things. So next thing to do is just pop this old handle and things up front and get it replaced with a new one. So you can see there are these little tabs. There's some on the top, some on the bottom. I'll show you on the new one. So there's one on the bottom there, and then there's these 2 on the top. Just got to push those out, and that'll get the handle out. So here's the old handle. You can see it's clearly broken on that main arm that pushes that tab down on the catch plate and things. So I just got to remove the barrel. So to remove the barrel, you just push there's 4 little tab things that go around the barrel. You have to like spread them out, and with a key in, twist it halfway and pull out. Be careful not to, because the pins are like little rectangles which the key goes inside. So as long as the key's in, you shouldn't lose any pins. So I'll just do that now and get the barrel back, get the barrel into the new handle. Okay, I've just done it because I needed 2 hands, but I found the easiest way to do it is to have the key in the lock and have it turned halfway so it's like horizontal in the lock there. Push down with my thumb on this circular back of the barrel, and then just I've got this really small, thin, kind of like pry screwdriver that I use, and then you just go around the edges and you just pry those prongs away basically, and it will pop and go underneath. And you can see I've kind of cracked that one a bit, but that's not much of an issue because this is the old handle. I have got a full new one to go in. So as you can see now, I'll slowly pull the key out and it will bring the barrel with it. And then here you go, you can see the pins. So as long as the key is in, the pins won't come out because they're like rectangles and the key goes in them. So keep the key in and you're all good. Next job to do is put the existing barrel into the new handle. I'll do that. Okay, so you need to pay attention which way round it is. As you can see on the barrel, there is that 1 tab there, which lines up with some of the pins there, and then there's no tab on this bottom part. But if you look in where the barrel goes, you can see there's 2, but that's just where the pins sit. So what we need to do is have it so when you're rotating the key, the locking pin at the back here rotates around the bottom of the lock, because as you can see, it'll rotate around the bottom towards a screw. And if you look at the panel, how the lock works is it stops this getting pushed down. So this little tab here, the locking pin will actually stop this from turning when it's pushed through the handle. So you need to make sure you put the barrel back in with that locking pin rotating around the bottom 180 degrees, which is closest to the screw hole. So I'll just get that in now. But easy reference is this notch. This little tab goes at the top when you're looking at it. So I'll just get that in. And you should hear a click when it pops into place. Nice. Now if I turn the key, you can see it rotates around the bottom. I know I'm turning the handle, but you can see it only turns around the bottom part of the lock. Goes from like 90 to 180. Cool, now let's get it back in the box. Okay, now to get the handle back into the box, obviously you just got to pay attention to where those tabs are and line up these screw holes with the 2 screw holes up there. So just pushing it in from the bottom. Try to get the bottom bit located first, and then the top of the handle should just pop back into place. Cool. Now to get the back plate and locking mechanism on. First things first, make sure the lock is in the unlocked position. That way the little locking tab on this part won't get in the way when you're trying to put it back on. So this just goes on pretty simply as it came off. I'll just put those 3 Phillips in there now, and then I'll show you it all in working order. One thing to mention with these screws is they are like self-tappers into the plastic, so try not to over tighten them, as you will end up cracking the plastic most likely. So just hand tight with the screwdriver, obviously, we'll be fine. And here we go. Obviously, how I broke it was trying to open it with this locked, and that's a pretty flimsy, I'll show you on the other one here, connection between this, which pushes that opening tab down, and how it's attached to the handle behind here. You can kind of see in there where it's sheared. It's not a very strong piece of plastic, so yeah, trying to open it while it's locked will cause extra stress in there, so it's best not to try and open it while it's locked. But there we go.